Productions is the name of the band,
which is an AI-generated girl group.
Should I just play a little bit of it?
Go on.
Little whistle.
The most computer-sounding whistle I've ever heard.
Barbie don't need Ken.
Us girls are doing fine on our own.
They're doing great on their own.
Man, leave us alone. Getting girls rich, yes. That's a part of my plan.
Or their plan.
And I can make 10 things us girls need before we ever need a man. 1 new vape, 2 lines of coke.
Jesus.
Drinks from the bar, 4 more lines of coke.
So 6 lines of coke.
6 hits of my blunt, 7 more lines of coke.
Okay, that's a lot of cocaine.
And 10 drunk cigarettes.
Yes.
Let me tell you, they're not feeling the alcohol at all with that much cocaine in their system.
I've listened to a bunch of the other songs, and they're all about girls are girl bosses and girls love cocaine. We don't need men, and also we want coke.
It's a scathing indictment on Gen Z that they're like, we've analyzed all the data, and this is what you want. Coked up friend adventure.
That's a good one.
Boy, these are on a theme.
Hello world, I'm a girl. I love girly things. Hair, makeup, fashion, sparkly diamond rings. Being a girl is so much fun, but I need some cocaine. Do you have some? I love drinking cocaine with my friends. It's a coked up friend adventure.
Girly Girl Productions is the name of the band.
Why are we not making millions off of just doing AI girl songs?
I don't know.
So we should do like the fucking like the guy version where it's like White Claws, Jaeger, Fireball, yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's a kind of that was crazy. Where the fuck did you see that from?
Same way. Listen, I have my minions. You are one of my many video minions, and one of my other minions sent me that video.
Okay.
It's like we have our own veritable fucking like trove of fucking YMH kind of background producers who help me find these videos. Dude, you send me like 8 videos a day. For all I know, it could have been you. I know it wasn't you.
Right.
But still. No, but it's a girly coke adventure. I'm telling you, dude. We could probably make a fucking killing like doing the male version of it. White Claw, yeah. Fireball, yeah. Not getting consent, yeah. Welcome to Perfectly Misfit, a podcast where we get interrupted by really cute dogs and cats sometimes. It's a podcast where Dan and I get together once a week for the most part. Sorry, we've been gone the last couple of weeks. We'll explain why. And we get together, shoot the shit, catch up, and then we talk about 3 major topics: food, other podcasts, and TV shows and movies we've watched, because that's basically our lives. Lobo, go lie down, please. Jesus. He has to like start sniffing me because he hears me talking. I am Renee Encarnacion. With me, as always, my co-hostess with the mostest, Dan Webb. How are you, buddy?
I'm great, buddy. How are you?
Exhausted. Been friggin' dog sitting for a week now. I got to stay sober for the episode because I still got to go to the supermarket, get dinner. I think I'm going to I'll roast a whole chicken tonight. I don't know. We'll see. What are you up to?
I just told the kids to go to bed, do the podcast, and then I am going to bed.
All right.
Bryce's last football game of the year is tomorrow. So looking forward to that. And then with that comes wrestling. And we've talked about it on a side note to each other, but with wrestling comes wrestling meets on Wednesdays, so we are going to have to do a new night do this.
Actually, I asked to move, not realizing Wednesdays is wrestling night, but that's cool. Yeah, we might be moving Thursdays or another night. I might be joining a pool league on for Wednesday nights. I've been shooting a lot, like for the past 2-3 years. So might as well try and win some money, or at least make it a more social thing. But yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna figure out what new night is in the next couple of weeks, I'm sure. Well, let's just get right into it, man. I missed 2 weeks ago was our first week missed because I got a last minute ticket to go see
The Joker.
I was gonna say it, Dick.
I thought you were trying to think of it, and I was like,
No, I was just saddened to have to admit that I went to see that abomination. That was one of like I would have rather watched Batman Forever 4 times in a row,
Batman.
right? Or was it Batman Returns?
I like Batman Returns. You're talking about Batman and Robin
Was that the one with
with
the
Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah,
chill.
Batman and Robin, George Clooney.
Yeah, Batman Forever was the cartoon. Anyway, whatever.
Batman Forever is Val Kilmer's, buddy.
All right. You know what? The bad one. I'd rather watch that shit now and pretend that I'd rather watch that and pretend that was the new Batman movie than this Joker bullshit.
Broskate, last week, every day, last week, I watched the Michael Keaton Batmans, and then I watched Batman Forever, then I watched Batman and Robin, and then I started the Dark Knight series again every day, like because I just had nothing to do. So yeah, I watched them all recently. Batman and Robin was just as dog shit as I remembered it. It was funnier now, like because I haven't seen it as an adult in a long, like it's probably been 20 years since I've seen it.
I think I actually went to see that as a school trip. That was a class trip.
I know I went and saw because I went. The Batman Returns was the first Batman I saw in theater, but I went and saw every Batman movie with my dad. So like every opening weekend we went. It was like his thing.
I remember trying to use those Seal lyrics on a girl.
the kiss from a rose lips.
Yeah. I was like 11.
I thought the Batman action figures from the movies were the coolest, but they're absolute dog shit. Their arms their arms were plastic mold, so it would just be like no movement, and the elbow didn't bend or anything. Same with the legs. But dude, those action figures were the coolest next to my Ninja Turtles. So
I remember I had, and I really miss this about it. I had the Batman and Robin limited edition McDonald's glass cups.
I remember those. I also remember the limited edition Riddler and Two-Face cups from Batman Forever.
Yeah, that was my shit. Oh yeah, Batman Forever was with that one had Bane, right? Or that was that?
No, Batman Forever was Val Kilmer, and that was Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee
Two-Face.
Jones.
Okay, yeah, and Two-Face.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then, oddly enough, Drew Barrymore was in it as the nice Harvey Dent side of Two-Face. Like the nice, she was like hot as shit, dude, in that movie. You should check it out. It was I think that was like her first serious or first role since like after her rehab and shit, like when she got clean from the 80s.
I remember what was in Batman and Robin. Was Alicia Schneider in that one?
Alicia Silverstone.
Alicia Silverstone.
Yeah, and she was in Batman and Robin. She played Batgirl, and I remember that she had a lot more scenes in it, but they were cut because she gained weight and couldn't fit into the costume anymore. And there was like this huge like outpour of like people making fun of her for it and shit. That was like
Yep,
way
so-
before cancel culture.
So speaking of limited editions, I actually happen to have a recent McDonald's limited edition, and it's plastic.
Yeah. What is it? I can't even tell who's on it. The
Minions.
oh, Minions.
But I think this was like
It's sad
supposed
that
to be.
you have a. It's sad you have a kid's cup and all you're gonna do is drink whiskey out of it.
No, it'll be my hangover water cup. Close enough though.
Oh, okay.
But this also, it actually has a history. So it actually has, it says 1993, and those are Jurassic Park cups on there. I think it's
Okay.
just like showing like, yeah, then 2010, it's got Shrek. And then the next one, 2015, was the Minions.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It came with a freaking, a regular, whatchamacallit, meal, like a value meal, not a Happy Meal.
Okay. I almost said Happy Meal too, and I was like, I haven't been to McDonald's in forever. I can't remember what they're
Oh
called.
no, it's cool. My mom sent me an article yesterday, being like, "Hey, just so you know, there's been like 100 and something reports of people getting poisoned by quarter pounders at McDonald's."
Awesome. And you had a quarter pounder, didn't you?
No, I told her, "Well, good thing I'm fat and I only go there for breakfast."
Dude, they have the chicken Big Mac, and I've been tempted
saw
to go get it, but then I remember how much I fucking hate McDonald's, and I
Yeah.
cannot bring myself to do it.
Before we could deviate too much into the food, so I saw Joker. It was an abomination. It was the sequel that nobody ever asked for. It reminded me of when I went to see Fantasia in the theater, and me and my mom left because we're like, this is like not the Disney that we want to see. Like, yeah. So like, it's for those who don't know, the new Joker movie is a musical. And if Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix don't have a baby after this movie, I don't know what the fuck was the point of the movie, because it was the 2.5 hours of them just professing their love for each other. It was cute. Spoiler alert, they made the whole movie canon at the end with one little thing you had to notice in the background, and it was the guy who killed Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. Out. The guy who killed Joaquin's Joker at the end is laughing hysterically, and you see him cut the smile into his face, therefore insinuating that this Joker, the guy who kills Joaquin, becomes the Heath Ledger Joker. I guess that's what they. So that was the only thing that really made it canon. They did a good job at like low key telling Harley Quinn's background story, how the reality of her
It
fucking.
wasn't Harley Quinn though, what? Right?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
And then they fucked her whole stuff up because she
No,
was
like
supposed to be a shrink.
they like anyway, like I was saying, they went into how in reality she was a doctor who was just obsessed and like, yeah, I just love that they did, they mentioned that subtly.
Okay.
It was very cool to see Tim Dillon had like 2 lines in the movie. That was like kind
nice.
of funny. Yeah, it was like funny where I was like, wait a minute. Was that Tim Dillon? Like he only had he was like a security guard or like a prison guard. He had like 2 fucking lines. Yeah, that was horrible. Then I just
Speaking of Tim
saw
Dillon, did you watch his show that's on Netflix?
no, not yet. But then I saw last week premiere. I got to see the new Terrifier 3.
Bryce went and saw that.
What?
Bryce, my son, he went to see that. 14-year-old.
What? Why?
I don't know. He went on a date
Why?
because he's 14.
That's
He said the movie wasn't scary.
It's not
It's
about
just gory.
It's not the skin. Like, dude, there's a scene where a chick masturbates with a fucking broken piece of fucking mirror. Like,
I don't know. I didn't go see the movie.
yeah, okay, but that's not something a 14-year-old should be seeing, let alone with another.
Yeah, well, I
little
didn't
kid.
know that was in there. I wouldn't have let him go.
It's still gore. Like, I mean, dude,
The
that,
gore is okay. He's watched the first Terrifier, and they didn't have anything in that I can
yeah,
remember.
dude, in 1 or 2, a baby gets cut out of somebody. Dan, what are you doing? That I'm moving on. That is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard you let your kid do.
But he told me Chris Jericho's in the movie.
So the fuck what? He shouldn't have been watching that at 14. In France, even if you're under 18 and you go with a parent, you still can't go. You like
Are we in
legally.
fucking France? No, we're in the land of the free.
Okay, yeah, all right, man. You damage your kids all you want. It's not my school shooters I'm raising.
Hey,
But yeah,
they know gun safety laws and whatnot.
sure. I'm sure so did fucking Dylan Klebold and his fucking buddy. Anyway, yeah, movie was awesome. Definitely not for fucking 14-year-olds. There is a masturbating with a shard of fucking broken mirror scene. There are fucking suicide scenes, and some of it's great gore because the practical effects are primo. It is. If you're into that shit, like I can watch it and I giggle at it because Dan and I have seen the fucking ugliest sides of this fucking world. I actually watched 1 and 2 while getting worked on at the dentist for 2.5 hours. But it is something you can dismiss the goriness of it if you're an adult and just be like, oh yeah, it's just a fucking movie. Must see if you're like into the series and into that genre. Definitely check it out. There was something else I saw recently. What about you? You seen anything lately? You watched Tim Dillon's show?
I did. I watched like half of it, and I had to turn it off.
Is it only 1 episode, or?
I just didn't find it one. It's like a shout out to all the shitty '90s not sitcoms but talk shows.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Jerry Springer.
Yeah, it looked like Sarah Jessica Raphael or whatever.
Yeah, like I wasn't into those when I was a kid anyway, and like I don't know, I didn't find it interesting. I didn't find it funny. I thought it was very dumb. And maybe that's what it's supposed to be, but I just did not find it funny whatsoever. And I really like Tim Dillon. I think he's funny, just not that. I didn't find that funny at all. So I just turned it off.
Netflix hasn't been putting out a lot that I really go out of my way to really watch. I think Rogan's new thing was on there. I saw that when I went to Seattle a couple months ago. That was good. Hulu seems to be the new game changer. Speaking of fucking comedy shit, did you see that bullshit that they did to Andrew Schultz? Like he was about to record his new special at a place in Brooklyn. But then he had Trump on his podcast on Flagrant, and 3 hours after the episode was released, the Brooklyn, the venue is called the Brooklyn Academy of Music. They fucking canceled on him.
Whatever, he can find a better place.
I know, but it's just it's fucked because it's a month out. They're like literally
they politics, man. Fucking politics.
It's some real bullshit because like a place like that is a place where you're supposed to like stop canceling, and then like now people are gonna have to cancel that venue in order for them to realize how much they fucked up. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
This dude has done Madison Square Garden. Like, multiple comedy specials have been recorded there. This dude, is yeah, it's their
These
law.
are like full on New York, like born and raised and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, so it really sucks. Just because, like, I watched some like clips about him talking about it, and these places, these venues, they book months ahead of time.
Yeah.
So the fact that they canceled on him like 3 weeks, a month beforehand, right when they were about to start selling the tickets, that really fucks him over. So now, like, he's gonna have to find a new place to record a special, rearrange whole production, and then on top of that, like, the tickets are gonna have to, like, they're only gonna have a few weeks to fucking sell, which really
but,
fucking sucks.
either that or you can just change the date. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, yeah, it sucks. He wants to get his special out, but
Well,
it's not going to kill
chances are he has to record it within a certain amount of time because he probably has a contract with whoever it's going to release. So chances
I
are,
thought he's just releasing it straight on YouTube.
no, I don't. Schultz, I don't think so, bro. I think that's gonna, that's Madison Square Garden, bro. He's sold out. Like, he's not gonna.
After Madison Square Garden, he did his Netflix special and then bought his Netflix special back from Netflix and put it on YouTube.
Yeah, and I think now the next one's going to be Hulu. So chances are, Hulu has money riding on this, and he probably has fucking time frame he's got to produce it by.
Yeah.
Because they're, I think from what it sounds like, actually, if I remember correctly, there is already a release date. If I remember correctly, they gave him February, which, like, he was making jokes about because it's like, oh, right, they gave a white guy fucking Black History Month. Because I think they're going to do, I think they're releasing a special once a month. But I will say Netflix, because this obviously adds up, because they're doing something with Kill Tony. I think I saw an announcement today. They're going to be doing something with Adam Ray as Dr. Phil and real Dr. Phil.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see any. Huh?
Netflix is?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Well, yeah, no, because think
They're
about
doing something with Kill Tony. I didn't hear about that.
Oh, yeah. They haven't officially announced it, but, like, don't you remember, like, did you saw the Tom Brady roast, right? Or whatever?
Yeah, of course. Everybody has.
But, like, do you remember the parts where, like, our friends from Netflix are here and everybody started booing and he was like, you guys shut the fuck up. You remember that? Like, Kill Tony he was like, you shut the fuck up. And it's because, that's because they've been.
Kill Tony.
What?
It was on Kill Tony when he yelled at him to tell him to shut the fuck up, right?
Was it? Or was that the MSG episode? I don't know.
I swear it was.
It might have been the MSG episode, but whatever. It's because they've been under contract talks and, like, a huge, huge, huge thing. I think it's going to be like Kill Tony on Netflix live once a week, uncensored.
Cool.
I think that's where it's going to go. And Kill Tony's got to get paid for that shit. So then,
well, yeah, the number one live podcast in the world.
Yeah, the production value is going to go up. You know what I mean? Like, Tony's stupid outfit
actually going to get paid.
Yeah, Tony's stupid outfits are going to get crazier. Fucking Heidi's outfits are going to get crazier. That is, like, my secret, like, celebrity crush obsession right now.
Is
fucking Heidi from Kill Tony. Oh, especially because I follow her on Instagram. She's, like, all, like, positive and, like, she's just cool. What else? I made some
Tony this week.
Yes, if I remember correctly, I haven't been too excited about any of the episodes the last couple of weeks.
This week was pretty funny. They had this, like, really kind of, like, they had this funny girl comedian. She was the second one up, and they fucking bashed her so hard. And then afterwards, like, 'cause she's like a complete virgin, like kissing virgin, everything. Yeah, if you don't remember, that means you didn't watch it, because it was it was at the beginning, and they kept bringing her up the whole episode. It was super funny.
Maybe I got drunk and just don't remember.
Yeah. No, that was really good. It was a good episode, I thought.
I know the ones before that were like mids because I text with my neighbor about it usually. What was Chris Stefano was on Bad Friends this week or last week. That was really good.
That was great. Casey Rocket's on Chris Stefano's podcast.
Okay, I got to check that episode out. Love me some Casey Rocket.
Oh, dude, I miss Casey, but I understand why he's not at Kill Tony anymore. It doesn't really offer him anything.
Is that a thing now?
Yeah, he hasn't been on Kill Tony in a long time. He was like on like a couple weeks ago, but that was like the first time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Lever. I think it's just that he's on the road. I think he's just road dogging it.
Could be.
Because I mean, he's adored. He gets fucking standing ovations.
Yeah, dude, I fucking love Casey Rocket. If he came to Grand Rapids, I would.
But I'm saying though, he
I'd
gets
take him
standing
to Harvey.
ovations every time he's on Kill Tony. So, it makes no sense.
And then the Killers of Kill Tony are supposed to be coming to town. It's Casey Rocket's not on that tour, but it's Han, William Montgomery, Cam, and the guy that does I can't remember his stupid name. The guy that does the phone that talks for him, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, Aaron Belial.
Yeah, Aaron Belial.
Nice.
But they're coming. They're coming to Detroit and then Grand Rapids. But they're coming to Grand Rapids on like a fucking Tuesday night. And it's an hour drive, and I have to work, so I can't go.
Fuck you, bitch. You fucking
I
bailed
went
on the
to
show.
Meshuggah.
You bailed on the show last
Or
week because you
Mushroom
were
Head.
out till fucking midnight at some other shitty band.
Mushroom Head, but that's Mushroom Head.
Jerk off motion fart noise.
Speaking of jerk off motions, I just got tickets for Steel Panther.
All right.
I'm gonna go see them. So I'm pretty excited about that. I've never seen them, but I think they're funny.
I had hoped I didn't have tickets, but I hoped to see Bobby Lee this weekend, and he it turned out he canceled again. Apparently, he's done this like 2 years in a row. But I saw him this weekend last year with the Bad Friends Live. So
Yeah.
whatever. But I mean, like it was. I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet. I was about to say it. I'm willing to bet it was because of low ticket counts. Because like, as much as I love Bobby, he was going to be at a club, and the tickets were $60. And I'm like, that's like theater prices to me,
Right.
And it was like $60, and I think that's before the fees. I didn't even like look, but like I would have, $40, sure. But yeah, I don't know. I couldn't spend $60 on Bobby Lee. As much as I love him. I mean, I spent $220 last year. Fucking
Known as a touring comic, though.
Sorry?
He's not known as a touring comic.
He gets out and about to the bigger places. Not like he's not doing fucking Wichita, Kansas,
Yeah, well, I mean, he's not coming to Detroit.
Yeah, well,
You
but I
know.
mean, like, the Comedy Works is probably top 5 or 10 comedy clubs in the country. This shit's it was owned by Roseanne. Like, it's
Okay.
yeah, it's a big, like, everybody loves this room. I've seen Big J there like 3 times.
Okay.
But either way, I made a orange habanero or orange and habanero hot sauce recently. Stop.
Orange and habanero, sweet and spicy. That's a good mix.
Yeah, it's like a little, citrusy, tangy, and spicy. Put some agave in there, garlic, put some other peppers as well. And, and I put a couple of cherry tomatoes, just add a little more tanginess. And then since it's kind of a runny hot sauce, I used it as a marinade. Lobo, go to the kettle. I used it as like a marinade on some ribs.
Oh shit, that sounds good.
Yeah, dude. I let that shit sit. Cooked them wrapped up low and slow for a couple hours. Unwrapped them, blasted them for another good half hour, 45 minutes. Lowered the heat. Put some hot sauce. Some barbecue sauce on there. We can bring it way down for another 45 minutes. Man, I'm pretty fucking proud of that hot sauce. And what sucks is I'll never be able to replicate it, just because I'm kind of just winging it. Probably should have wrote down the ingredients, but yeah, got some onion in there, got some spicy garlic in there. I made another batch of pickles, came out fucking amazing. I also made pickled eggs last week.
Pretty ghetto, but awesome.
Why is that ghetto? It's more redneck than anything.
Well, yeah, same to me. Like they're both ghetto.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm not a big guy. I love pickled bologna. Right, but I fucking hate pickled eggs.
The shit that comes out of your face, man. Dude, you're like,
yeah,
I let my 14-year-old go see Terrifier. I love pickled bologna, which I've never heard of.
Oh man, it's in the store. It's in every store. Maybe it's a Midwest thing. I don't know.
Oh God, I'm gonna ask. I'm going to the store after this. I'm gonna ask, where's your pickled bologna?
Yeah,
It's
fucking delicious.
I acquired a. We'll wrap up on this. I acquired a box of Factor meals.
I don't know what that is.
Sorry?
I don't know what that is. Factor.
Oh, it's like one of those like the pre-made meal things that they send it to you.
Okay.
Like balanced, nutritious, and easy to make. 2 minutes in the microwave or 7 minutes in the oven. In my case, pretty fucking good considering I didn't pay for them. I looked at the contents, a little heavy on the sodium, but the fuck do I care? I'm fat and ugly anyway. Nobody loves me. But yeah, yeah, that's been my food adventures lately. Fucking pickling up a motherfucker just because it's the end of the season. I'm gonna try and do something called overwintering in the next couple of days, where I'm gonna dig up my favorite plants, my favorite pepper plants, and clean them and repot them and bring them inside after trimming them down. And then apparently you can grow them again next year. Like you do this for like the plants you really like how they grew, and and if you really like the flavor of those specific plants, you can regrow them again next year. It'll just be like second generation. Ooh, I'll try on I'll try making a jelly one day. But I did make a peach watermelon hot sauce as well. That actually came out more like a salsa, which was really fucking good as well. But yeah, Dan's already trying to get off the fucking podcast, even though we haven't done it for 3 weeks. Yeah, I think it said 14 or 13 more days left of StreamYard. They jacked up the prices on us. We haven't announced that, but like we're gonna have to figure out something. We might just end up only streaming on Facebook or YouTube.
Zoom.
Or I have to learn OBS in the next 2 weeks. That's an option as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. We ask one favor besides like, subscribe, tell a friend, comment, blah, blah, blah. We ask you guys to tell somebody you love them. Tomorrow isn't promised. Dan and I lose friends, family members on a higher frequency than most people do. So it's important for us to remind people to tell your friends you love them. Tell your family you love them. If you love them, let them know you love them. Doesn't take much. Love you, Dan.
No, love you too, Renee.
We'll see you guys next week. Peace.